Okay, so I think this is like the last take I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to do another video. Like I said, you guys are going to be tired of me by the time I've done all these videos today. And her.
I'm awesome.
So this one, I took 2 different tags that were the same thing, like the same topic, but completely different tags. So they had some same questions, but not. So it's the Pagan tag, which the original one that I saw was from TheGuardian1031. And then I saw like a revised version of just a video response to somebody else that Desert Siren did. And so, yeah. Try to sneak out of the picture. Okay, are you doing this with me or are you not doing it with me?
Am I sitting here ready to go? There you go.
Where are my glasses? I want to wear my glasses for this one. Bam. Okay.
What bugged you?
What bugged me?
The fact that I move your chair and stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything.
What?
I'm not going to say anything about it because I love you. Oh, I can't get my foot up here.
Try to lie to these people. I'll show them the crate. Let's start this.
What is your path? So we discussed it, and we would label ourselves as eclectic witches.
I think you answered for both of us. Eclectic. My foot is not touching the bottom of your chair. It's touching the legs.
What makes you happy?
In what? In the craft or in general?
I don't know. That's why I did both of them.
I would still say you. I mean, you make me happy. Like, I'm happy in general. But at the end of the day, even when it comes to the craft, you've helped me evolve in the craft. Which makes me happy. Right? If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, you have to answer too. I have to know.
Same thing.
You make yourself happy?
Yes. What fuels your passion? So would that be another thing of like, is it your passion in the craft?
That's it, so.
It was Pagan tag.
What drives you?
What drives you?
The fact that when I started, it kind of saved my life. It made sense, and it was something that made me stop and say, you know, you don't need to end your life, that there is something other that makes sense and wants you here. And that just keeps me going, and you know, that's my drive. Fuel, I guess. It's yours.
Just feels right. I mean, my parents were Roman Catholic, but didn't go to church. And my mom swore and cussed all the time. Didn't read the Bible. Yet, surprisingly, she does know verses from the Bible.
Really?
By the way.
My dad is a theologian. Yeah, went to Houston Baptist University. And has a master's in biblical studies.
And then, like, I went through, like, junior high and beginning part of high school calling myself atheist. And then the end of high school, well, middle of high school, turning into agnostic. And then I started getting into, like, vampires and werewolves and fairies and dragons and all those magical, lovely beings.
Here we are today.
And then here I am. Ta-da!
And your sparkly red glasses and all, sweetheart.
You know, it just feels like home. So, guess what drives me?
Feels more loving.
Yeah. And I can kind of see, like, the god and goddess aspect more, like, not lording over you divine, but, like, guiding. Not like grandparents or family, but like, you know. Yeah, kind of do. Okay. Did you want to answer these ones? Because we decided that we didn't want to do them.
No.
So favorite thing in your practice?
That's hard to say. I mean, I think more, I guess, the feeling and experience of being closer to the gods and goddesses and being able to feel like you can ask them for help. Does that make sense? I have trouble putting things into words.
I like divination. Even though I'm not allowed to do a whole lot of it because someone's scared by my Ouija board.
And the time I agreed to use it, she blamed me of moving it, and I was too afraid to put my fingers on the piece.
We did it on Samhain. Like stupid idiots.
We blessed everything.
We blessed everything.
Yeah,
whatever. We did. Okay. How do you see yourself in the pagan community?
I don't understand that. I see myself as a solitary Wicca. I've always practiced solitary.
Well, we're not really solitary with the two of us. Is it still considered solitary?
To a point, yes. It's not like I don't like big groups of anything. It's not just Wicca.
But like, I guess then in the same aspect is we don't call the same gods and goddesses in the...
We do if we're doing something together.
Well, yeah, but since what happened the other day, I'm not going to be calling anybody else.
Ever again.
Not until I get another sign. I will, acknowledge that there's more than one God, but I'll bring them more into the study than anybody else.
That doesn't mean you just completely not acknowledge the other ones, though.
I didn't say I would
I didn't say you said that.
But I don't know what you mean by that question. Like, is it like in the pagan community on YouTube? Because I would like to think that I'm starting to get into the whole pagan community on YouTube, but like just a solitary witch, like one of everybody else, right? I mean, I'd like to get together with everybody and maybe like swap stories, but I don't know if I'd want to do rituals though.
That's
because everybody has their own way and their own set thing that they do for everything. And I think with being eclectic, I mean, you could maybe if you were learning together and expanding your spiritual knowledge together, but
I think with being like this for so many years, you have your way and how you respect it and how you accept the signs, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, unless you could find a coven that is completely like-minded, exactly like you are,
that's never.
it's never, and that's not saying that becoming part of a coven is wrong. Please don't ever think that I'm saying that, because I know like Dragonfeather, she just started joining a coven when she thought she was like a solitary witch and she was going to be a solitary witch for like ever, right? So I mean,
things happen,
and sometimes it clicks for you, but I think with just how open yet closed-minded I am, I don't think it would work. Like, I mean, I would be willing to give it a shot, but I don't think it would eventually work out and pan out the way that we would think it would.
Yeah. Everything's not like the movies.
Yeah. It's like the movies. It's just called The Corners. You'll be my fourth. Sorry, I watched The Craft the other day. Oh. Okay. We won't do that one. Who are the top 5 pagans you admire?
See, that's really not applicable for me.
Yeah, but this one's not like just on pagan community, like for YouTube. The one video said top 5 pagans that you admire, and then the other one said top 10 favorite YouTube pagans you admire. So I guess we can kind of smoosh it together.
I don't really watch YouTube like you do. I go on to watch funny videos.
But there's nobody at all?
I do. I like the two that you watch. I don't know their names. But the ones that, kind of like you, they have their opinions and they stick by them. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I've been a long time watcher of Tiptoe Chicks OD. Watched her from the beginning. And through her, I started watching Piper, so Krista.
You're my favorite
And then there's like the newer people that I've been watching. So like Guardian1031 and Desert Siren, Witch on the Rocks. I kind of watched her before her channel stopped and then whatever. Charming Pixie Flora. I like her first channel a bit more than I like her new channel because she's changed it a lot. I like Hibiscus Moon with Hibiscus Moon crystals just because I'll learn a lot through that, and I'd like to one day take her course, but she's more on crystals, not so much paganism. And I really like Scott Cunningham.
I like Cunningham.
Everybody's
and
been
Buckley.
saying like YouTube people, but yet nobody remembers that like Scott Cunningham or Silver Ravenwolf
or Raymond Buckland.
Buckland, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Most of the books that everybody gets are on written by them.
To me, they've always been the ones. They were the first ones introduced to me.
Yeah. Next one. Your favorite stone, oil, and herb. So I'll go first, and then Laura can go. So my favorite stone. It's hard to put that into a one stone is my favorite thing. I like music. But lately I've been really drawn to malachite. We went to the local and amethyst. I bought a big chunk of amethyst the other day for $18. But we went to our local New Age store, which is called Divine Mine, and there was this freaking phenomenal piece of malachite, but it was like $90. And I was like, I'm not spending $90 on a rock.
She wouldn't let me buy it for her.
But then if you're talking about like gems, because I not so much don't like emerald as a crystal, like in its raw form, but in the gem quality emerald, that's my favorite like gem.
Like the one on your ring.
Like that one. But I like sapphires and rubies and all that stuff. But those are all also crystals, but they all are gem quality crystals. And that oil, I don't have a favorite oil. I haven't worked with them enough to have a favorite oil. All I have is myrrh. And myrrh that smell gets everywhere. And then my favorite herb is sage. I use sage in everything. I have sage incense. I have sage. I just don't have sage oil because this shit here is expensive. I have sage in everything in it. Cooking. Sage.
I can't make dinner without putting sage in it.
Sage. That's good stuff. Super herb. Sage. Okay, what about you? Stone.
What?
Stone.
Stone. I'd say either hematite or fluorite. And I don't know why. Hematite I had when I was a kid, and fluorite I just like it. The energies, and I think it's good.
Favorite oil.
Rosemary is what I said, correct?
Mm-hmm. And your favorite herb.
Dragon's blood.
Does your resin really count as an herb?
Good point.
Because I would say the frankincense is more of an herb than resin.
Depends on how you get it. I mean,
But dragon's blood is just a pure resin. You can't get dragon's blood as an herb, right?
You can get it as powder, which is the way that you buy frankincense.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing is when I make an herbal sachet, I'd still use dragon's blood. I'd just double cheesecloth it and put like the fabric that I want over it, and it would keep it in. It was always my herb of well, you can use this in there.
Okay. Next one. Do you believe in both the god and the goddess?
Yes.
I don't see how you can't.
People can.
I mean, they can, but when you think about it, there's always male and female. Nature, there's male and female. Like wildlife, humans, like
That's the balance.
plant. It's always there. So even if you weren't pagan, I don't understand how you couldn't believe in a god and a goddess. There's always some kind of aspect. But, like, me, I had more trouble connecting with the God aspect. I was always more drawn to the goddess aspect. I don't know about you.
I was always more drawn to the god.
But I think the reason why I was more drawn to the goddess than the god is because I have been... I'm not going to rant about it, but the Christian God has always been shoved in my face. So it's always been God this and God that and God and blah. And then I delve into Wicca and paganism and, you know, all this stuff, and it's like the god and the goddess, male, female. And I'm like, whoa, female. Like it's not just the one god. And then, of course, the first deity to show me any kind of sign is a male. So, there goes that. Not that I'm complaining. At all. Are you creative?
Depends on what. Hand me a paper and pencil and you'll get a stick figure cat.
I think I'm creative.
I think I am to a point. Depends on what I'm working on.
I like to draw.
You are very creative, though. You are.
I like to write. I like to make things. Let's see if I can show you my clock. It is on the wall.
So, you gotta pull it out.
Yes.
How long is this video supposed to be? Because I'm watching the clock tick to 7.
You see that? Okay, kind of, sort of. So that's a $3 clock from the dollar store.
Tell people how they're gonna buy it.
I'm not gonna spend time to make this for anybody unless they want it as a gift. So $3 clock from the dollar store, and then on the little jewelry things are those little like dragon tears, like the things you put in like the bottom of a fishbowl. And then on the outside, the petals are spoons. Yay! Yeah.
I just hurt my elbow.
Well, then stop stretching it. What's your favorite Sabbath?
Really?
What's your favorite Sabbath? What's your favorite Sabbath?
Sorry?
Huh?
Sorry?
Sorry? I've always loved Halloween. Always. And then became Pagan. It's like, yeah, it's New Year. This year I went crazy.
She went into my job, which I work at a grocery store at night, and the people during the day know me, went into my job dressed up with a green wig and in a witchy cloak.
That's right, I did. And what else did? I like Yule too. Yule's very cool. I'm liking the idea of Beltane though better and better.
Pardon?
I'm liking Beltane better and better.
Yeah.
My least favorite is Ostera, to be completely honest. But that's not a question. Just putting that up. Do you incorporate Wicca in your everyday life?
Try to. That's
We try.
it. Sometimes life itself gets overwhelming, and we have to stop and be like, we need to ask for help. That's how I do. I feel.
There's so much you can do. Especially when you're still learning. Like, we make these big plans to do things on the Sabbaths, and then we don't do them. And it's not because we forget, it's just because we either don't have the money to get everything we want to do what we want to do.
Or we're just too tired. I work graveyards. And, there's certain days I can't get off, and Thursday is one of them, and Samhain was on Thursday
We
this
did
year.
stuff for Samhain, though. We did a ritual.
We did still do stuff, and then I crashed. So, schedules are very conflicting when it comes to it.
We try. I'm sure it'll come more as we practice more and learn how to incorporate things better. But like I said, we're still trying to work on us. And for the last year and a half, we've been trying to work on immigration to get her here. So now that we're both able to work, even though I quit my job.
Even though it seems like we both can't have a job at the same time for very long.
I think that things will start to fall into place. The pieces of the puzzle will come together. Are you vegan or vegetarian? Or are you a meat eater?
Carnivore.
She hates vegetables.
I like corn and potatoes and okra.
I very seriously thought about becoming vegan at one point.
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
No.
You did seriously then as well?
When?
We were talking about different diets, and you were like, I should just become
Oh, that's
vegan.
because I just want to lose weight. That's not, like, actually changing your lifestyle. Like, in junior high, beginning of high school, I decided I was going to be vegan. I wasn't going to do anything animal product. I wasn't going to brush my teeth with toothpaste that wasn't blah, blah, blah.
And how did that work?
No shampoo, no whatever.
How did that work? Was it
Chicken called to me.
chicken quality? Her weakness: chicken and pasta and salad.
Well, pasta isn't really non-vegan, is it?
It depends.
I think I could live with being a vegetarian. Because vegetarians don't classify fish as meat.
Some of them
Some
do.
of them do, but some don't.
Of them do. Some of them don't
I'd
even
be
have
a
fried
fish-eating
foods.
vegetarian.
Some of them don't even have fried foods. I mean, it just depends on how far you want to take it. I don't think he'd last because as soon as I made like some baked chicken,
Yeah, you'd be the one person that'd be like, look at the chicken.
no, I'd eat it. I'd make myself food, eat it, and I'd come back and the half that I left, it would be gone.
And last two. So, favorite spiritual book. What's your favorite?
I don't know if it would be counted as spiritual, but it's always a book that I go to. It's Cunningham's Magical Herbs, Incense, and Oils. It kind of helps you bring and see the magical properties for the things that you would create, like bath salts, and it tells you how to make tinctures, and that was my first book that was bought for me, and I still pick it up and use it.
Well, my fave is like anything that's by Scott Cunningham is really good for me.
I got her hooked when she came to the States.
Well, my absolute favorite spiritual book is My Book of Shadows. Because it's where it's my spiritual path, well, our spiritual path, in a book, which is still a work in progress. And, once we get it done, that'll be like our only reference, pretty much. Working reference. I mean, we still have our other books to glance at and learn from on the odd occasion and revamp our learning, but
It will have everything in there from our
it's everything that I like out of everything. And, like, we made it. We didn't buy it. Well, I made it. She kind of helped.
Kinda.
Go grab it.
You want me to grab it? Where's that?
Quickly. Underneath the
Altar?
Yeah.
Oh, which altar?
I made it from cardboard and fabric and just writing paper. Did I use twine? Or did I use...
Yes, you use like that.
So this is our lovely little book of shadows. And it's got like a scrapbooking paper on the inside. You can't really see it very good. There you go.
That's
And there goes the bone. And
that's what, because it's an hour. So what?
some of everything. And then last but not least, are you like your sun's zodiac sign?
Didn't we just talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, we're both Cancers. I'm only like a couple weeks older than she is.
So we clash.
We clash, but yet we also bond very well. So I think we're both very much like our sun zodiac signs, which is Cancer. The sun zodiac is the one that everybody normally knows what they are, right? It's like your birth zodiac, right?
I would assume so.
I have no idea what my rising zodiac is. I'm gonna go look it up now.
No, we have a guild battle first.
Video game Nazi. Okay.
Do you not tell them 5 o'clock? Because we're not online.
Okay. Bye. Take care.